Hello once again. This is your professor, Danny Araneta Cabulay, and we are now in video lecture number 2 for week number 11, mass hiring practices. So the next topic is who implements mass hiring? So many companies would be implementing mass hiring. For example, companies with large plantilla. Yung mga companies na malalaki, marami silang mga empleyado. Natural, mayroong mga umaalis at mayroon din kailangang ipapalit sa kanila. So, pag malaki ang plantilla, that's the total number of workforce, then they probably are engaged in mass hiring. Maybe continuous, every month nagre-recruit sila. Startup companies, yung mga magsisimula pa lang, like factories or hotels or banks. When you're starting a new company, you hire everyone from managers down to the rank and file, even security guards. So you need a lot of people. That's mass hiring. Expanding or growing companies. Companies with high employee attrition, yung maraming mga nagre-resign. So nagkakaroon din ng mass hiring, okay? Group of companies, let's say, ang isang group of companies comprise of 10 to 12 companies. So lahat sila centralize ang HR. So they probably would engage in mass hiring for the group, okay? And then placement agencies. Kasi ang mga placement agencies, marami silang kliyente. For example, nag-hire sila ng 150 na accountants pero ilalagay nila yon sa mga 80 clients nila. Okay? Mass hiring ang tawag dyan. Yan po yung mga companies who are capable of launching mass hiring or mass recruitment. What is a typical budget for mass recruitment? Well, usually makikita natin yung advertising fees, HR payroll, which consists of salaries and allowances for managers, the HR interviewers, the drivers, messengers, etc. Paper cost, pag sinabi nating paper cost, kasama dyan yung printing, supplies, posters, forms, test questionnaires, brochures, flyers, anything na iniimprenta, anything na nasa papel, yan, paper cost lahat yan. And then there's what you call other logistical costs, yung mga other expenses. For example, gasoline. Yung kotse ng mga managers, pinapagasolinahan yan. Telephone, mobile phone, yung ating mga load, okay, data, all of that is paid for by the company. O kaya baka yung telepono nyo naka-plan, okay? What is the plan for your mobile phone? Staff meals, pagkain, okay? Delivery and couriers expenses. Okay? Pag nagpa-deliver tayong door-to-door, mga documents, yan, kasama po yan. Okay? So here is a case study. English teachers for Korea. Okay. Do you want to go to Korea? O mahilig ba kayo sa mga K-pop? Okay. Here's the story. Kimchi Placement Agency is recruiting an initial batch of 1,260 English teachers for 160 plus school districts in South Korea. They strongly prefer Filipino teachers because they are hardworking, pleasant, and strong ties with Koreans. Okay? So that means mas gusto nila ang mga Pilipino over other nationalities. Okay? The Korean principals, these are officials from the Ministry of Education, are flying to Manila in December 2021 to do the final interview. Okay? Kimchi needs to advertise for 3 weeks or 3 weekends in July, conduct the initial screening interviews for 3 months in September, October, and November, and then conduct an aptitude test during the same period in Manila, Baguio, Cebu, and Davao. So they're going to recruit in 4 different places. Northern Luzon, Southern Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Medyo malaki tong recruitment na to 4 consultants will be commissioned to screen, 1 per region. So merong consultant sa Baguio, may consultant sa Manila, meron din consultant sa Cebu at isa ring consultant sa Davao. So hindi na kailangan lumipad kasi taga dun sila. Okay? Now, together with 5 HR staff, yung HR staff sa head office ng Kimchi Placement sa Manila, lilipad sila dun sa Cebu at Davao at magbiyahe sila papuntang Baguio. Okay? During the scheduled interviews. Okay? So here is the question. Here's the question I want you to answer. Can you draw up a simple budget for this type of overseas mass hiring campaign. Okay? Sige, tignan natin nga kung makakagawa tayo ng budget. Okay, here's the sample budget. Okay, budget for recruitment campaign for the Ministry of Education for South Korea. Advertising, 60 pesos per day ang advertisement, medyo malaking ad na yan. 3 Sundays natin ilalabas sa dyaryo, 180,000. Payroll, yung bayad sa mga consultants, sa HR manager, yung sweldo nila, saka yung HR staff, totaling 700,000 pesos. Kasi ito ay for 5 months. Okay? Paper cost, okay? Printing, supplies, forms, and questionnaires, totaling 90,000. And then logistical cost, syempre yung hotel accommodation, airfare, mag-hire tayo ng van, the rental of the venue where the interviews will be conducted, the meals of the consultants and the HR manager and employees, and then telecom. Okay? That's totaling 851,500 pesos. So the total domestic expenses or local expenses would be 1,821,500 pesos. Aba, malaki pala ang gastos sa recruitment, ano? Lalo na kung ganito kadami at kalaki. Okay? Gagamit ka pa ng mga hotels. Okay? Ang tanong, kikita kaya ang kimchi? I'll show you how kimchi will make money. The placement fee will be paid not by the applicants but will be paid by the government of Korea. Okay? So $1,000 US dollars per hired teacher multiplied by 1,260 teachers multiplied by 50 pesos. Kasi 50 pesos for every $1. Okay? So that's a total of 63 million. Yan pala ang kikitain sa project na to. Malaki. This is a big project. Okay? Ibawas natin yung local expenses na na-compute natin kanina, 1,821,500. Ibawas din natin yung mga POEA expenses kasi bawat aplikante, tayo ang magpa-process ng papers nila, hindi yung mga aplikante because tayo magfo-forward yan sa POEA. Sagot din yan ng employer. Okay? So, 6.85 million. And then, overseas expenses, syempre yung mga meetings, yung mga executives ng kimchi lilipad sa Korea para makipag-meeting, magpirmahan ng kontrata, and then yung mga executives ng kimchi pupunta sa Manila sa December para mag-conduct ng final interview. So kailangan ilagay natin sila sa magandang hotel at saka yung kanilang airfare, kasama lahat yan. Okay? So 1.5 million or 1,540,000 pesos. So the total expenses related to the Ministry of Education contract is a total of 8,211,500 pesos. Ibawas natin sa 63 million. So the net income or the profit is 54,788,500 pesos. Ba, napakalaki pala. So in percentage terms, the profit rate is almost 87%. Malaki pala ang tubo sa ganitong negosyo. So, ang pinili ninyong course ay HR, ganyan ang pwede ninyong kitain kung kayo ay may sariling placement agency. Okay? Now, here is the exercise I want you to solve and answer. Wala namang computation. Okay? So, this is multiple choice. Madali lang. Okay? The title of the exercise is Initiator of Job Order. Grace Gomez is the HR manager of a large cooperative producing medical-grade personal protective equipment or what you call the PPE, ginagamit sa mga ospital ngayong COVID, for medical frontliners, hospital workers, and other types of frontliners. Their cooperative needs to hire 135 new sewers, yung mananahi, okay, to augment their current 593 workers in 5 locations. In Tondo, Manila, in Baclaran, Pasay, in Tugatog, Malabon, San Dionisio, Parañaque, and Pembo, Makati. The cooperative prefers to hire housewives from poor communities who need to work to help their husbands feed their families, as well as out-of-school youths, persons with disabilities, senior citizens who are still healthy and with good eyesight, and workers displaced by the pandemic. Okay? So take note, si Vice President Leni Robredo, initiated this livelihood project for indigent families. Okay? So siya rin ang nagbuo ng mga kooperatiba. So napakalaki ng naitulong niya, binigyan niya sila ng hanap buhay. Okay. Here's the question you need to answer. Madali lang. If the cooperative has to advertise for the job opening for 135 new sewers, who should initiate the job offer? Multiple choice. Your answer is A, B, C, D. A, the HR manager. B, accounting manager. C, cooperative manager. D, production manager. Make sure you place your answers in the comment section at the bottom of video lecture number 2 for week 11. See you around for video lecture number 3.